Good evening, everyone, and I welcome you all once again to GAN 27, a webinar series hosted by Nutrinorm Wellness. Today, we have with us our very own dynamic speaker, Dr. Ravi Shankar. Our speaker for the day, Dr. Ravi Shankar, has worked for more than 1.5 decades in the Ayurvedic, herbal, cosmetic, and food supplement industry. His knowledge and expertise in the industry is well respected and proven in the field of product and drug development, regulatory affairs, research and development, and whatnot. Let us move on to the topic of the day. How much sanitizer is too much? Sanitizers have become a part of our lives now. During this pandemic situation, it is important that we follow proper hand hygiene. I welcome Dr. Ravi Shankar now to discuss with us more on hand sanitization and hand hygiene. I welcome you, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you, Anila. Good evening, one and all. Thanks for the Nutrinorm to organize such a kind of webinar series in the most needed time. So, Anila, I just would like to congratulate you have chosen such a good topic nowadays, importance of hand hygiene. Because October 15th is considered as Global Hand Washing Day. See, a global advocacy day dedicated to increasing the awareness and understanding about the importance of hand wash with suitable agents such as soap or any other sanitizers to prevent diseases and information about that many of you don't know about it. I thought of sharing you in this occasion with you all. Only when you are exposed to germs and viruses does your body learn how to tackle or fight the germs or viruses. The same way, when we use excess amount of sanitizers on our daily basis, the effect of sanitizer to resist the germs or viruses reduces, especially in children. Hence, using too much sanitizers is not good for anyone.
Yes, Doctor. We all understand the importance of hand washing. But what are the larger implications if we don't follow proper hand hygiene?
See, the larger implication on poor hygiene is on health. Everybody knows about it. Especially when we look into the disease aspects, how this poor hygiene practices will affect on health. The majority, the diseases which are occurring because of poor hygiene is diarrhea and pneumonia. So everybody is heard about this pneumonia in the recent pandemic COVID-19, stating that it is ultimately leading to the pneumonia, lung failure, and leading to the are the leading causes of death in children, especially under the age of 5 and also in all other groups. See, hand wash with soaps is the most effective and inexpensive ways to prevent the diseases. This simple behavior can save lives, cutting diarrhea by almost one half. And if you consider the respiratory infections, we can reduce to 1/4 by practicing a good hygiene of hands. And hand washing with soap impacts not only just health and nutrition, but also with respect to education in terms of attending to a school and in terms of economics and also in terms of equity. Basically, if you are not taking proper care about the hand washing, especially in the healthcare industry, in each year, hundreds and millions of patients around the world are being affected by healthcare associates, hospital acquired diseases, and particular issue. It is true that global burden remains unknown because of the difficulty in gathering the reliable data from various hospital sources. Hence, we should adhere very clearly to the hand washing protocols, especially with terms of investment. The lack of proper investment in hand washing leads to additional healthcare cost to the country's economy, and loss of decreased productivity, loss of life. All these things are going to happen. In a publication made by a tropical medicine international health magazine in 2017, it has published the data is says that the national hand washing behavior change program would provide almost like 92-fold return on investment in India. That means to say, if you are going to spend 100 rupees, and that 92-fold return on investment we are going to come across by practicing healthy hygiene practices.
That is wonderful to hear, doctor. But what happens when we don't wash our hands or sanitize it properly? How does this contamination occur?
See, the contamination, especially the contagious disease, that is, the disease spreads from one to another one. So here, hand washing with soap prevents many common life-threatening infections. And many illnesses starts when hand become contaminated with disease-causing bacteria and viruses. This can happen after using a toilet, coughing, sneezing, touching other people's hands, or touching other contaminated surfaces, or contact with a child excreta. For example, a single gram of human feces contains 10 million viruses and 1 million bacteria, and infant feces is very particularly highly pathogenic. So that means to say that these are all the probable contamination modes where the infection spreads from one person to another person. So these pathogens can enter into the body, passing from one person to another person, which causes diseases. The major illnesses, as I mentioned earlier, those are diarrhea and pneumonia, which are caused by material.
So, doctor, so what you're saying is if you follow
Yes.
proper hygiene, many diseases can be prevented. Yes, doctor?
Yes, of course, I would like to follow the same old principle: prevention is better than cure, especially with respective to the infectious or communicable diseases. We can prevent advocated by the governments. See, many of these deaths can be prevented by hand washing with a soap. Hand washing with soap works by removing bacteria and viruses before they can enter into the body or spread from to other people. So, cleaning hands with soap, particularly the time before eating or preparing food, or after contact with the contaminated surfaces, and after using toilet or cleaning child's bottom, all these times everybody has to practice this clean hand hygiene protocol. Then with this, definitely we can effectively prevent diseases.
Now, there are like numerous hand sanitizers available in the market at present. But how can we know which is the right sanitizer that we should be buying?
Yeah, this is a very nice question, because nowadays the media or the market platform is flooded with too many kind of sanitizer products available for various customers. So, intelligent customer should have what exactly is the product and what it contains, how it is going to be helpful. Then only he or she can judiciously use the right product suitable for the right need. See, just as you have asked, what are the different type of sanitizers available in the market? With the technical knowledge, I just would like to briefly categorize or classify the sanitizer products available in the market. So broadly, we can categorize these hand hygiene products into two. One is soap based, second is non-soap based. Soap based, there is no need to explain very deeper aspects, because the soap, either it may be a liquid soap or a hard soap, soap is the solution, or the soap is the one which is a effective cleansing agent. But one thing you have to remember, whenever you want to use or whenever you want to sanitize your hands, by looking into the previous explanation about the probable contamination modes, when you want to use a soap or a soap based hand washing products, you need to have basically the soap, the water, and the sink. These are the three essential things. required for that commonality. And if you look into the other classification, that is the non-soap based hand sanitizers. So there you have two broader segments. One is alcohol based sanitizers, the other one is non-alcohol based or alcohol free sanitizers. Particularly if you look into the alcohol based hand sanitizers, there are two type of products available. One is based with ethanol or ethyl alcohol based hand sanitizer. The second one is isopropyl alcohol or isopropanol based alcohol hand sanitizers. Those are available in the form of a liquid and also in the form of a gel. And if you come into the third category, which is alcohol free hand sanitizers, here probably the effective agent is a disinfectant ingredients like triclosan, benzalkonium chloride, chlorhexidine, etc. are being used in alcohol-free hand sanitizers. This is the broader classification.
And I've heard a lot about this new age disinfectants like silver nanoparticles being used in the sanitizers. Could you please elaborate more on that?
Of course, sure. Because as you have mentioned, it is a new age. I don't agree totally. It is a new age because the concept of using the copper, silver, gold is age-old traditional Ayurvedic practices. But however, the applications are a little change. The modality of administration is little change. So they have developed this silver-based nanoparticles, silver nanoparticle being used in different product categories of human requirement. See, these silver nanoparticle based disinfectants have paid much attention of late due to its practical applications in our day to day life. Because these silver nanoparticle based hand sanitizers are supposed to be chemical free, basically because these are metallic one, and these are non-toxic when compared with the above category, and effectively works at a much lower concentrations. So therefore, the silver nanoparticles have been used widely, not only in hand sanitizing, but also in different sectors such as air filter, water filter, textile industry, animal husbandry, biomedical industry, food packaging, etc. So basically, these silver nanoparticles will kill the bacteria by destroying the bacterial cell membrane in a very unique mechanism and protect the skin surface for a longer time. Because the longer time efficacy you are going to find in this kind of new age ingredient based alcohol free hand sanitizer. So there are products where even you can get a protection up to 3 years, 4 years, because these are going to form a biofilm kind of thing on the skin surface, which will be very much useful for the current generations.
True, doctor. And as you said, there are two types of hand sanitizers in the market right now. That is, one is alcohol based and one is non alcoholic. But which is the right kind of sanitizer that we should be using?
Yeah, this is little tricky question because by and large, both type of products do more or less the same job in killing harmful microbes. So you have to choose the right product by weighing your needs against your environment, budget, and also the personal preference. For example, if you are working in a school or a correctional facility or a rehabilitation center or in a manufacturing facility, alcohol-free hand sanitizers system would most likely provide you most peace of mind and protection from ingestion of fire. As you are aware that alcohol-based hand sanitizers are highly inflammable. Hence, majority of the people prefer alcohol-free hand sanitizers in their working environment as per the compliances and the regulations of the working environment. But in the same way, if you are working in a hospital sector or hospital segment, which requires to follow strict guidelines set by the Federal Drug Agency or the Drug Controlling Authority, you may need to go with the alcohol based sanitizers, because you may also wish to go with a gel or a liquid if you are looking for a personal solutions to carry in a handbag or a backpack. So alcohol based dispensers generally are often smaller and compact and on the go type of thing, whereas the foaming mechanisms which required alcohol free products requires larger space and all. So this can be ideal for travel and portability. Hence, based on the need, the preferable choices and the environment condition where you are working, you have to choose the sanitizer products. Once again, I'm telling, by and large, all the hand sanitizers will effectively kill the microbes and germs.
And lastly, doctor, how much sanitizer is actually too much with respect to the frequency of the usage?
This is a very important question because of this particular fear complexion or phobia of this particular current COVID-19. People started rather using alcohol based hand sanitizer or non alcohol based hand sanitizers. They are rather than using, they are abusing. Basically, too much usage of non-alcoholic based hand sanitizers. If it is containing triclosan like disinfectant, which may cause antibiotic resistance in individuals, because triclosan contributes to making bacteria resistance to antibiotics. Here, the take-home point is too much usage of hand sanitizers, if it is an alcohol-free triclosan, is going to cause low immunity or antibiotic resistance. This is the first thing. And the second disadvantage of overusage of sanitizers is eczema. So increased contact increase the risk of hand dermatitis, that is eczema. So this commonly manifests on the skin with redness, dryness, cracks, and even blisters, which cause itching and pain. So probably you might have observed or you might have heard in people, those who are repeatedly applying hand sanitizers on their hands after some time of application, they used to tend get dry and redness and itching kind of thing. This is also one of the kind of allergic reaction causing eczema by overusage of the thing. And in another thing is that in a sensitive people, frequent usage of sanitizer can cause skin irritation or which may dry out the skin. The alcohol which is being used to will take away the superficial layer, which is going to prevent the loss of moisturing in the content of the hand. That means to say the skin is going to become a dry. The drying out is caused by alcohol or sometimes the gelling agents which are being used in gel based hand sanitizers will tend to remove the moisturizing protection activity from the skin. For avoiding both the conditions of eczema and dry skin, we should have a practice which I'm going to tell you. So if you cannot minimize your hand sanitizer it's a good idea to follow up a moisturizer regimen. For example, individuals should rub their hands together for about 15 to 30 seconds, covering all the surfaces with hand sanitizer until their hands are dry. And then immediately apply a good moisturizer, which is going to protect your skin, preventing the loss of water from the skin, keeps skin moist and soft. And another disadvantage or chronic use or long-term usage of this hand sanitizer, which is having too much fragrances, which probably loaded with the toxic chemicals like phthalates and parabens, which are going to cause endocrine disruptors, which affects human body development, reproduction, and hormonal imbalance, fertility, and other problems by overusage or chronic usage of the chemicals like phthalates and the allergen-based fragrances. Hence, whatever you need, use an effective hand sanitizer as a part of your preventive defense against illness and disease. This is the crucial part of a healthy environment. Hence, I request everyone to safe, judicious use of sanitizers is the need of the hour. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. And I thank you all for joining the discussion with Dr. Ravi Shankar and myself. And I hope it has been informative for you as it has been for me. And if you guys have any other questions, please post your questions in the comment section on the Facebook Live, and we'll be back with your answers in the next session. And you can also visit our website to avail 10% discount on all our products. And you just have to use the code WEB10. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.